Hey friends, John here from Saleosaurus, and I got a new type of video for you. This episode we're going to open some starter decks of some dead CCGs, take a peek at them, kind of see if we can figure out is this a good starter deck or not. I'm not really holding on to too much hope of that because I've never played either one of these games before, so I don't really know how they would function. And then we're going to open a booster pack as well and just kind of explore these dead CCGs and look at some cards together. At the end of things, it's just an excuse to open more packs. So, alright, first up, I got a game I know almost nothing about. I've opened one of these booster packs before, but I've never opened one of these starter decks, and I'm real interested to see if it's just a bunch of random cards. These days, when you buy a starter deck, I feel like it's a fair expectation that you should be able to actually play with it right out of the box. But back in the day, that was not the case. A lot of times, you would just get a bunch of random cards, and best of luck, kid. Hopefully you can do something with these cards. But if you can't, just buy some more. Just buy some more packs. That's always the answer to everything. These power cards, I wasn't blown away by them. I did like all the old comic book art that was in there, and I guess I've delayed too long. Let's open this thing. Did we get them all? Alright, we got everything out of there. I guess I'll toss this up there so we can enjoy it while we look. Okay. So right off the bat, we got the most important thing, a rule book. These days, a lot of things don't include a rule book. They just give you a link to some sort of web zone, where you can use your phone to scan a QR code and figure out how to play the game there. Probably even links to a YouTube video or something. But here, you had to read on paper. It's cool that they give us all the people who are involved with it. Spawn is welcoming us into this card game that we are not going to learn how to play. But I do really appreciate all this full art, I mean, it's not color, but it is at least high res, Pretty nice touch there, I would say. And it's interesting to, this was very common. This was normal, and now it's just gone. It doesn't happen anymore. Not going to spend too much time looking at these cards, but I am going to see if we can figure out a rare in there. They're all in there. No clue what the rare is. Pretty sure it wouldn't matter if we did know what the rare was, because I don't think anything in here has any value, at least monetary value. You can enjoy the art, enjoy the cards. That's cool. We got Spawn with something sticking out of his chest. That was one thing I remember as a kid, being frustrated that Spawn was always getting beat up so much. I just wanted to see him win, We got the Violator and some of his other fellas. I always forget which one is which of those different monsters. What do you mean you could do better? I'm twice the demon you are. The fuzz. I'm not able to see any kind of rarity symbol on these things, so I think we're just kind of SOL. Okay, we got I guess a character card of Wanda. I like that it's a full card art, almost reminds me of like the Magic sagas that they make nowadays. We got Wanda and Cyan on the phone, not the most dynamic pose for her, but still nice art and cool to see. We got Byron. I never heard of this guy. I used to be friends with a guy named Byron. He was pretty cool, but he never dressed like that. The Creep Gang. Curse. One of the things I remember about a lot of these 90s card games is you had to get a starter deck in order to be able to play, because it was the only way to get certain types of cards, like maybe locations or maybe for these character cards. I'm not sure. We'll have to keep our eyes peeled when we open this booster pack and see if it has any of these characters in it. We got Billy Kincaid. I'm pretty sure he was a bit of a creep. I mean, you can look at him and you can tell that. Brains, a little out of focus there. I guess they had to zoom in on a comic panel to get that image. Another one there, Link. We got Rogue Angel. This one's not, it's not Angela. Maybe this has to do with the rights that the issues that they had between, was it Alan Moore and Todd McFarlane? Like they fought over who owned Angela. There's Sam without Twitch. Simmonsville. Oh, no, I was wrong about that. There's Angela. So that's just a different Rogue Angel. Abduct Wanda. Oh, we got Medieval Spawn. I always loved the look of that guy. I know they just recently made a new figure, like a Kickstarter figure of this Spawn from McFarlane Toys. That's great. I haven't looked at the back yet, so I guess I should show you that. I think they're all the same. Hold on, let me take a peek here. I'll just grab a handful. Okay, yeah, they all look the same. We got Boomer. Okay, Boomer. Ooh, Malbolgia. Never gonna be angry to get a Malbolgia card. Chief Banks. Just a cop. Oh, we got Crazed Klansman. That's insane. Okay. Al Simmons fighting for his country. Those guys look kind of like Wave Rider from DC. Rebirth. Chain. Flebayak Taunt. Oh, that's cool. We got a Gen 13 character, Fairchild, in here. I feel like you almost never see her drawn by anyone besides her creator there. And there's Cosmic Angel. Again, doesn't call her Angela. I feel like that's gotta be Angela. Oh, wait, I'm an idiot. It says Cosmic Angela. Her name is Angela. I just didn't read the A. Cosmic Angel. Oh, Vindicator. There we go. Before, I couldn't remember their names. Well, now I know one of them. Vilifier. If we keep going, I'll learn them all. Another Medieval Spawn. This one using some of his chaos magic type things. And team support. All right. Now let's open the booster pack. We got a booster of Spawn Powercardz. It's interesting that both these and the starter deck were wrapped in clear plastic like that. This pack kind of reminds me of the Magic Modern Masters pack. That was like it was all cardboard. It was meant to be a more eco-friendly packaging, and then they discontinued it immediately because it was damaging the cards. Spawn Powercardz is a collectible card game featuring 190 different cards ranging from common to ultra rare. Participants place his or her personalized collection of heroes, villains, and enhancements. Players pit their decks against one another, simulating an exciting scenario of superpowered combat. By Caliber Games. Oh, there's even more words under here. 1995. All right. So, not the easiest things to get out of the pack. I guess it's kind of cool that you can just put your cards right back in there. You got a little envelope to store your stuff. I can kind of feel already that the cards have been kind of deformed from being in that envelope all these years. Maybe they wouldn't have been So bad off if it hadn't been 30-something years since they were packaged. But we got Nacreous Containment. I think that's been in every pack of these that I've opened. Hopefully it's a really good card. Weirdly kind of stuck together. Neutralize. We saw all of these in our starter deck, so I think that means we know that they are commons. Okay. Force Field. Rejuvenate. It's great art of Angela there. I guess bustin' free or something. She's definitely bustin'. Terry Fitzgerald. I think that was Al's friend who like betrayed him or something. Spoilers. Let's see. Okay. We got Kuan Yin. I'm not familiar with her. I like her bell bottoms though. Soul Trapper. I think we got that one before. I like that one is sort of reminiscent of like a biblically accurate angel. It's just very like all over the place and crazy and terrifying. Got the clown version of the Violator, or maybe just a normal clown. Not sure. There's Violator. Yeah. We got Anahita, another rogue angel, I believe. Don't know anything about her. Just going by, you know, she's got the same face mask thing that Angela wears. Merlu Bond, Chain Frenzy, and Vacillator. Cool. So we out of these we got 3 of the brothers and Violator, so 4 of that family. I don't remember how many of them there are, but we're creeping up on having them all, I think, if we don't already. All right, so now we're moving into an entirely different Dead CCG. I have opened 1 pack of these before, and I thought they were really cool. I loved them when I was a kid, and I just always wanted more of these things. We got Rage, the Werewolf Apocalypse trading card game. This is an unlimited edition starter deck that I got from friends over at Busy Bee Gaming. Got this one at I think it was at Louisiana Card Con. It's been a while. It's been several months. This one's just been chilling, waiting for me to open it up. 1995 by White Wolf. And that's the same year, so I didn't actually plan that to have the same year of cards, but it worked out great. So we're going to open this. We eventually will open both of those boosters too, but let's look at the starter deck first. Take control of a pack of werewolves, commanding them in battle against your opponent's pack and creatures of the worm. Use special cards to arm your werewolves with mystical equipment and weapons, or to unleash spiritual magic upon your opponents. Outwit your opponents using social actions to strip them of their powers, and award your pack more renown for victory. This box contains a deck of 60 collectible trading cards from the unlimited edition of Rage, along with a rules booklet that explains how to use your deck to play a fast-paced game of heroic combat. Each deck is pre-sorted to give you everything you need to start a game. With over 300 different cards in the set, every starter deck is different. More than 2 players can battle it out at the same time, but each player needs their own starter deck. I love that this has the $7.95 MSRP printed on it there. And it's neat to know that it's designed to be playable right out of the box. I was wondering if the Spawn deck was like that. We still don't really know, but this one we know. Okay. Get the cellophane off of there. This cellophane is much more brittle feeling than the one around both of the Spawn packs. Alright, there's our empty box. Definitely going to hang on to that for my collection. Alright, so let's look at the rule book first. Same art as the cover. I like that as a reminder of how you play the game. And then let's see what the booklet looks like. Oh, it's in color. Yeah, big step up from the Spawn one. Full color rules booklet for you there. That's awesome. Neat. Yeah, again, not going to read this, but, you know, if you want to, I guess you can read it. Mm-hmm. All right, let's look at the deck. So we already saw this guy, Volcheka Ibaruri. Say that. At all. No Wendigo will voluntarily initiate or join an attack against Volcheka. And then, of course, they're werewolves, so they got to transform. And this is this the stronger side? No. So they're weaker as a wolf, and then when they turn into this kind of black furies, I almost said furries there. Okay. We got Jackie Gecko. Whoa, that's great art. Beautiful. Alamond. Looks the same. Is the same. The Might of Thor. Are they worthy? A griffin? You just get a griffin? Okay, now we can all agree that this is the enemy. These are bad guys. The Pintex Forestry team. If Fern Gully, the last rainforest, taught me anything, it's that deforestation is bad. We got a rat. 38 special. Don't know if that would be great against a werewolf. I guess maybe you could load it with silver bullets, though. I was just going to say, I think that's Richard Kane Ferguson, and it absolutely is. That's a classic artist. He did a lot of early magic art, and I think still does. Just a really unique style, very recognizable. Lesser Banishment. We got a solid blow. Not great, not bad, just solid. Body blow. Glancing blow. Overextended attack. Oh, it's a fang jumper. Does that mean, is that like a fang banger? Oh, he does transform. That's pretty cool. Questor Tree Talker. This game had to be a lot more expensive to produce with all of the two-sided cards in it. Roar of Storms. I like that most of the werewolves have different art on both sides, so you get to see them in different versions. Whoa, that thing is crazy. Okay, let's... We got a Hogling. Oh my goodness. Does he transform too? No. Okay, I guess this is the first time I've shown you the back of there. Really cool card back. I like it a lot. Go on an Umbral quest. Kind of go into the spirit realm. We got some bugs. Oh, that art was in the rule book. Silver Record. I do like that this included some amount of sort of politics similar to Vampire, the Jihad, Vampire the Eternal Struggle game, where if you had a bunch of players, you could kind of develop alliances and team up against who you thought was the strongest opponent. You didn't have to win by killing them, you could just win by, I guess, making them look stupid with a satire song. Camouflage. He just looks like a sketch. Can you turn into a sketch? That's my power. I turn into a sketch. That don't look like a flesh wound to me. I'm sorry to say. I think if that happened to me, I would lose my hand. There's some more Richard Kane Ferguson art. You can see I don't know if it's like watercolor style. I don't know. Whatever it is, I love it. Attacking the Worm. Stands like a mountain. Whoa. They got a lot crazier when they had transformed. The Jackal's Curse. True Silver Heels. Oh no, garbage food poisoning. Don't eat out of the garbage, okay? Sometimes you just have to, right? That's the only food that you could get. Got a flak jacket. Don't put that on before you transform. Okay. Gift of the porcupine. Blissful ignorance. I won't put me back in the Matrix, man. Did I flip this? I didn't need to. Flame spirit. That's cool. It's like a burning fox. Okay. Doesn't transform. Always a burning fox. The head wound is just putting his head inside your mouth. I guess that would wound you. Now when I faint, I go to sleep. Ooh, the kneecapper. Oof. That is some goofy art right there. Not everybody can be acrobatic in everything they do, though. Block and evade and strike. Sweet. Alright, well, we got a couple more packs of Rage to open here. Gonna open this one first because I've already opened one of these packs before. Rage, a limited edition. This is the first set, you know, goes along with the starter deck there in the background. Also from 1995. It's gonna be probably some of the same cards that we got from the starter deck. I mean, you know, we can hope to get some all new cards, but I'm not gonna hold my breath. Really nice feeling pack here. It's very, I don't know, satisfying to open. Okay, we got Gear Hunts the Hunters. I think we got her in our starter deck. Maybe not. Allison Kachina? A little stuck together there. Nope, I think I would remember that face. I'm putting that. That's awesome. Massive Wound. Matriarch Mourning. Lesser Banishment. Shapeshift. This card can be played anytime a character in your pack. The character playing this card immediately changes from breed form to Krynos form, or from Krynos form to breed form. That's just Moon Mist, y'all. That's just Moon Mist. Rite of Passage. Persuasion. Don't look, it's naked. These cards are just like it's hard to separate them for some reason. I guess they just like each other. We got a unicorn. Unicorn. Whelp Body. And we got two more cards. Shieldmate and Broken Limb. Now, if I'm sure of anything, it's that Broken Limb is a common, because I've gotten it in every single thing I've opened of Rage. Alright, one more pack of Rage. This one is an expansion set called the Umbra here. Well, this time we're limited edition. I don't think the cards are going to look any different, but it is limited. Let's see, what year was this one? Also from 1995, so same year as the first set. So this is probably the first expansion, if I had to guess. I just noticed $1.95 printed on there. I can't remember a new pack of cards that's been $2. That's crazy. Matter of fact, I actually paid more than that for this pack. I didn't pay $5, but I didn't pay $2. That's for sure. Alright, here's something classic from the 90s. We got a little rules sheet. You know, every time you come out with a new set of cards, you gotta have about 14 new rules. And you wouldn't know how to play if you didn't have this tiny little piece of paper. Allies Gateway. Cairn of the Bygone Visions. Whoop. Okay. I don't know what that means. Why are they backwards? Hyperion. That's a guy from Marvel Comics. We get Jackal's Quest. Look at him. He's so proud of himself there. I can't quite make out what is he holding on to there. I guess it's like a little dagger or something. You know, he went on a quest and he's coming back. That's what happens when you make Lisa Kudrow angry. Yeah, Bjorn, Blood from Stone. I hate to tell you, Bjorn. I think that might be your blood coming out of your hands there. Kinfolk Shaman. Does he flip? No. We got a Wildling. That thing is terrifying. Quest of Spirit. Gauntlet Flux. Oh, and Guardian Spider. That's awesome. Oh, there's one more card. Check it out. Oh, we got, what does it say? Power of the Ways. Should have ended on the Spider. Spider was the better card to end on there. That's all I got for this set of cards. And, you know, I really liked the Spawn cards. I thought they were really cool. But in the end, these Werewolf cards definitely are a lot more awesome. They just, I don't know, they're just more unique looking and have a lot better art, I think. A lot more variety, too. Just real interesting. Let me know what you thought. Did you like the Spawn cards more than the Rage cards? Have you ever seen either one of these before? Hopefully, you know, maybe I expanded your horizons. That would be cool. Let me know what you thought, and until next time, everybody be cool.